man named Diego, who lives completely alone, had been dealing with a series of unexplained and eerie disturbances in his home over the past few months. One night, well past midnight, he's jolted awake by a strange noise echoing from downstairs. But as he glances over and spots his cat lounging on the bed beside him, a chilling question crosses his mind. If his cat is up here, then what made that noise down there?
Ese no es mi gato. Mi gato está ahí arriba.
Still holding his pet, Diego cautiously walks down the stairs. That's when he sees it. Another cat, identical in every way to the one he just brought with him. Instant dread sets in. He knows something isn't right. Panicked, he rushes back up to his room, slams the door shut, and locks it behind him, clinging to the real cat while something else, something unnatural, lingers downstairs, pretending to be what it's not. Then the nightmare escalates. Heavy footsteps begin to echo outside his bedroom door, paired with disturbing wails that drift through the hallway like something in pain, or something luring him out. The pacing continues for what feels like an eternity, while Diego remains frozen, trapped with his cat, as the terrifying sounds grow louder. Eventually, silence returns. But when he finally builds the courage to check the house, he finds the downstairs area completely wrecked, objects scattered, furniture shifted, and a presence that clearly doesn't want to be ignored. So, what exactly is going on in Diego's house? Is he truly being haunted by a malevolent spirit or doppelganger entity? Or could this be an elaborate hoax with a perfectly logical explanation? That's for you to decide. The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee is widely regarded as one of the most haunted places in the region. Originally opened in 1959, it served the local community for decades before shutting its doors in 1998. Since then, it has attracted countless paranormal investigators, drawn by eerie tales of ghost sightings and supernatural activity. From whispers of a child's voice echoing in the darkness to unexplained shadow figures roaming its decaying halls. This place is the stuff of nightmares. Recently, Holly Davenport of the Fearful Encounters Paranormal Group stepped inside, and what she captured during her investigation was absolutely terrifying. While walking cautiously through the hallway, Holly turned her camera slowly to the right, filming the silent, empty corridor. But when she turned it back to the path ahead, everything changed. Standing directly in front of her was a towering, pitch-black figure. It was unnaturally thin, completely motionless, and its presence radiated dread. Somehow she hadn't noticed it there before, though it stood just feet away. It didn't move. It didn't speak. But when Holly saw it appear on her screen, her heart nearly stopped and her expression said it all. She had just come face to face with something truly unexplainable. A nurse was finishing her late-night shift at the hospital when, on her way home, a sudden blood-curdling scream echoed through the hall. Startled and unsure of what she just heard, she quickly pulled out her phone and began recording, hoping to capture evidence. But what appeared on the footage sent a jolt of pure fear down her spine.
Loco, que vi a alguien pasar. ¡Ey! Váyanse de aquí, ahorita va a prender un incienso. Se les acabó el chistecito.
What is that thing? It's just standing there, frozen in place, eyes fixed on her through the darkness. A shadow figure, unmoving, watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Would you dare return to that job knowing something that terrifying might be waiting again? This is the kind of nightmare fuel found in truly scary videos and unexplained paranormal encounters. A family moved into what they believed was their forever home. They thought they had it all, until their dream slowly twisted into a living nightmare. At first, the place seemed perfectly normal, but soon, strange things began to happen. Furniture suddenly shifted on its own. Doors creaked open without reason, and shelves started behaving like they had minds of their own. Imagine waking up to find your armchair moved a few inches closer to the television, like it's trying to watch your favorite show without you. These creepy quirks quickly took a darker turn. One afternoon, the entire house fell eerily silent, until a loud scraping sound rang out, as if the kitchen window was being forced open. Feeling something was deeply wrong, the wife grabbed her phone and started recording. What they caught on camera is pure nightmare fuel.
What was it you saw?
I don't know, I saw something in the kitchen move. I don't know what it was, but it just seemed strange.
Yeah, but it's probably just the window's open. I thought I saw something the other night, and there's just that crossbreed from the window and the balcony.
Keep the camera open because I swear I saw.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, here, give me the camera. Oh my
Babe,
god, what the?
Babe,
Oh god.
Please, we just get out.
No. Let's get out of here.
Hoping to uncover the truth behind the haunting, the family placed a camera in the exact spot where the paranormal activity kept happening. For hours, nothing. Just an empty room and complete stillness. They likely started to believe it was all in their heads. Maybe the house wasn't cursed, after all. But just as they were about to let their guard down, something terrifying stepped into the frame. The supernatural presence had been waiting, and it chose the perfect time to reveal itself. What happened next was caught in one of the scariest videos they'd ever seen. The suitcase didn't simply fall or shift. It exploded open and slammed shut again, like a possessed creature desperate to be noticed. It didn't move randomly. It moved with force, with purpose. Whether it's a ghost, a demonic entity, or some kind of supernatural force hiding inside the house, one thing is terrifyingly clear. Suitcases shouldn't move like that on their own. Or maybe in haunted houses they do? For several years now, a man named Josh has been carefully documenting the unsettling paranormal activity plaguing his home. With surveillance cameras positioned throughout the property, he's been determined to gather undeniable proof of the entity he believes is stalking him. Strange events range from furniture shifting in the dead of night to dark shadows gliding silently across the walls. And eventually, he caught something on camera that confirmed his darkest fears. the pitch-black stillness of his basement, something unseen made its presence disturbingly clear. One by one, items began to topple over without reason. The tree first, then a doll, and finally, a potted plant. There was no wind, no vibration, no explanation. Then the atmosphere shifted as glowing orbs appeared, slowly floating through the room. A few weeks later, something even more disturbing happened. Josh nearly fell out of his chair after hearing what was picked up in his kitchen. The space was completely empty, nothing moving, yet somehow a chilling laugh echoed through the room, coming from no one. The voice had an unnerving feminine quality, soft but eerie. But Josh was alone in the house when the sound was captured. Covered in goosebumps, he tried to rationalize what he'd just heard. But things only escalated from there, and what his camera recorded next left him speechless. The unmistakable sound of footsteps echoed from the basement, loud, deliberate, and deeply unsettling. Each step thudded heavily as though someone, or something, was walking right through the room. Could it be the same spirit that had let out the disembodied laugh? As Josh listened back to the clip, it seemed that voice wasn't done yet. Outside his bathroom, the camera picked up something deeply disturbing. A raspy, menacing voice whispered directly into the microphone. It spoke in full sentences. Though muffled and unclear, the tone alone was enough to send chills down his spine. Josh thought he'd seen the worst of it, but he had no idea what was coming next. Around 8 p.m. one evening, his kitchen camera recorded a truly horrifying moment. A dark, shadowy figure walked calmly across the room, its form unmistakably human, yet impossible to identify. As it disappeared to the right, a bright flash of light drifted past the cabinets, almost as if something was following it. Watching this footage left Josh rattled and unsure whether staying in the house was even safe anymore. This chilling clip was captured by an 11-year-old boy named Thomas, and it quickly caused a stir online due to how he and his mother responded to their terrifying spiritual encounter. It's worth noting that neither of them had ever dealt with anything paranormal before, and the fear they felt was genuine. The event left them so shaken, they even considered abandoning the house for good. The only thing that stopped them was the father, who refused to believe anything unusual was happening. But what occurred that night, around 10 p.m., changed everything.
What the heck?
Oh my goodness!
Like, what the heck?
That's spooky. That's spooky.
That is weird.
It's nearly midnight as well.
It is actually, look. Oh my god.
It did it again.
What
It did it again. Look at the dog. It's freaked out. What is it?
I don't know. No, I don't want to.
Go see what it is.
I don't want to.
Go on.
I'm getting as far back as I can. I'm like against the wall.
It's stopped. It's stopped now.
Yeah.
Go see what it is.
No,
Go
it's
on.
scary.
Oh! I can hear a noise.
I can hear it. I heard it.
Go see what it is. Oh! I saw something on the bottom.
What? Maxie.
Maxie, get it. Get it, Maxie.
Maxie, get it.
What is it, Maxie? What is it? Maxie, get it.
What the heck?
What is it? I saw it. I thought something come out. And then it went back in. Is it a bird? Is there a little bird stuck in there or something?
We don't own a bird.
What about a little ghosty? Is it a ghosty?
Do you think?
Is it a ghosty?
Like, I don't believe in abnormal stuff, but this is just weird.
Maxie. Maxie.
Maxie, come here.
Maxie.
Get it.
Get it. What's it, Maxie? What's it? In there. Open the cupboard, Ollie. Open it.
No, I don't want
Maxie,
to.
sit. Sit. Sit.
That is actually so weird.
Open the cupboard, Ollie.
I'm gonna kick it.
Open it.
No, no. I don't want it.
In the footage, the cupboard begins to shift, moving completely on its own, as though something unseen was guiding it. There was no one touching it, no force pushing it, and nothing visible around it. The video sparked debate and backlash, mainly because neither Thomas nor his mother dared to approach it or investigate. Without that step, many skeptics were quick to dismiss it as a staged trick, possibly a hidden string pulling from behind. But personally, I don't think this was a hoax. I believe they froze out of sheer terror. And honestly, if I were standing in front of what might have been a poltergeist, I doubt I'd have the courage to check it out either. A man, extremely proud of the custom headlights he'd just installed on his vehicle, eagerly pulled out his phone to flaunt them online. Viewers began leaving comments, curious about how well the lights worked in total darkness. Thrilled to showcase them, he jumped into his car and headed deep into a remote forest, far from the reach of any streetlights or houses, ready to demonstrate the brightness of his setup. But what his camera picked up instead was something far more disturbing than he ever expected.
The lights are definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights. So I'm going to show you what the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm going to uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed. Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
What was that? An arm, pale and lifeless, gripping the trunk of that tree. The terrifying part is deciding what would be worse, encountering an actual person silently watching from the shadows, or crossing paths with something supernatural. Either way, this is the kind of creepy situation you'd only expect in terrifying ghost videos or paranormal encounters, and absolutely the kind of horror nobody wants to live through. This eerie video was recorded inside a museum, and what it shows is enough to make your skin crawl. For some background, this footage was taken by a man who visited the museum shortly after his father had been there just days earlier. His dad couldn't quite explain it, but he left the place with an overwhelming sense of dread. What disturbed him most was an exhibit dedicated to a woman named Maria Sabina. Maybe it was the uncanny realism of her wax figure, or her chilling connection to ancient witchcraft, but something about that display left him deeply unsettled. After watching what his son captured on video, he's vowed never to step foot in that place again. Here's the footage from the exhibit that terrified them both.
¡Ay, hijo de güey, qué pedo!
Out of nowhere, the wax figure of Maria Sabina appears to come to life. In a sudden, almost jerky motion, her head turns slightly, as if locking eyes with the person filming. The creepy movement is enough to send chills down the spine of the man behind the camera, but instead of fleeing, he keeps recording, hoping to catch more paranormal activity. Yet after that brief moment, the figure returns to complete stillness, behaving just like any other statue would. Or at least, that's what it wants us to believe.
Güey, qué pedo?
The unsettling moment has left viewers spooked, including the father who initially sensed something dark lingering in the museum. But unlike most, he started to rationalize the event, thinking maybe the statue was built to move that way, some kind of subtle animatronic design. But that theory was quickly debunked. According to the museum's curator, the statue of Maria Sabina is entirely static, no moving parts, no tech, and definitely no explanation for what happened on camera.
¿Qué onda, amigo? No, amigo, no manejo nada de mecatrónica. Es una figura totalmente en cera. Mira, es una pieza total, rígida, no se puede manipular. Te digo, no tiene nada. Te digo, mira, te muestro. No hay cables, no hay nada, no es un robot. Es una figura totalmente en cera.
So, if the figure isn't rigged to move and there's no trick behind it, then how did it tilt its head like that? No logical answer has been found. And for now, this haunting incident remains one of those unsolved supernatural mysteries. Whether it was a ghost, a residual haunting, or something far more sinister, decide for yourself after watching. But be warned, this may just be one of the creepiest museum moments caught on tape. This next creepy video was filmed by an employee working late at a retail store, but this time, it wasn't just any worker. It was the manager himself who had the unsettling experience. Around 10 p.m., he arrived for one of his surprise inspections to check whether the cleaning crew had completed their tasks properly. The store looked mostly in order, with only a few areas that needed improvement. He was preparing to call the staff and give his usual feedback. But what happened next would leave him speechless, with no time to make that call.
Van a ser 10 para las 2 y algo me tiene intrigado. Iremos a grabar. Carrito me estaba molestando harto rato y de verdad que no sé si es verdad lo que me dicen de acá. No sé qué onda. Vamos a hacérnoslo. Hay algo así que me molesta. Conchetumare. Bacán.
At the very end of the surveillance footage, something disturbing takes place. A shopping cart suddenly rolls forward, completely on its own. There was no one nearby, and nothing physically pushing it. The movement was unnatural, silent, and deliberate. With no explanation for what caused it, many viewers believe this could be the result of paranormal activity, possibly a ghost or poltergeist lingering inside the store. Whatever the case, one thing is certain. This is not something you'd want to see during a late-night shift. Two seasoned ghost hunters were left visibly shaken after capturing something unexplainable on video. Their destination, a notoriously haunted bridge in Japan, infamous for its dark past. Locals know it as a place tied to countless tragic endings, and the investigators were fully aware of its chilling reputation, especially after hearing rumors about viral ghost photos taken there in the past. Determined to see the truth with their own eyes, they visited the bridge long after midnight, poking around every supposedly haunted corner. Then they heard it, clear and haunting. A woman's voice, softly singing in the distance, high-pitched, distant, and eerily real. They continued exploring, visiting areas where many claimed to witness spirits, especially the figures of an elderly man and a young boy said to linger around an old bus stop and a phone booth. Finally, they approached the bridge itself, but suddenly one of them froze, paralyzed by an overwhelming sense of dread.
De前言ってらっしゃい一回。はい。何？切ろう。
ほら、今入ったんちゃう？俺動かれへん、こっから今。
一旦引き返すか。
ごめんなさい。一旦引き返します。一人で検証はするんですけど、これ以上ちょっと歩いたら危険な感じがするんで、ちょっと一回引き返します。で、今からですね、とりあえず一人検証やっていきたいと思います。
He later explained it felt far too dangerous to continue forward. Was it just anxiety? Or did something supernatural reach out to stop him, like it had done to those who came before? They lingered a bit longer, hoping to capture something undeniable, but nothing jumped out at them right away. So they packed up and headed back to the car. That's when they began reviewing their footage and realized they had overlooked one section of the bridge, a seemingly insignificant part where the concrete had been recently patched. It stood out just enough to make them suspicious. Certain they missed something important, they returned, set up their gear, and that's when the most disturbing thing of all happened.
ちょっと GoPro なんか起きるんじゃないかなと思うんで、やばい、しんどい。
What on earth was that? It darted upward like a figure clawing at the edge of the bridge, its shape oddly human. You could even make out what looked like fingers or knuckles. Some viewers tried to reason it away. Maybe one of the investigators somehow reached up from the other side. But that theory doesn't hold up. They reviewed the footage, retraced their steps, and where this happened, the terrain made such a move physically impossible.
これもう人がおろうにもおられへんから、やばいなこれ。なんでやばいの？
There's no hidden ledge, no platform, and no spot for anyone to crouch and lift a hand unseen. The entire drop is sheer and flat. So then who, or what, was crawling up the side of the bridge? Could it be the restless spirit of someone who met a tragic end here? Or something much darker clinging to that cursed place? Let us know what you think. A man decided to investigate an abandoned building, but what his camera captured in the basement is truly terrifying. Take a look.
Waouh, l'état de la cave. C'est quoi ça?
As he made his way downstairs, a dark demonic entity was caught lurking behind the door, and just moments later, it attacked. What happened next remains a chilling mystery. The footage cuts off and the man was never seen again.